Hello and welcome back to the Command Table, the Geek and Seek Spelltable series, where once a month we get together to play with some friends, some of our patrons, and all that Jimmy Jazz, having a good time. So we're going to go ahead and hop into this, go around the table, and introduce ourselves and what we are playing. Player number one, who the heck are you and what the heck are you playing?
Hi, I'm Deucelayer, as you've seen me previously on the channel, otherwise known as Cody. I'm playing Aragorn the Unifier. The deck's idea is to just cast multicolor spells, and I added a Lord of the Rings human tribal theme to it for a bit of flavor. Deck's goal is to either swing with Aragorn, deal damage with either casting rat spells or pumping him up a lot, or just get value out of him.
That sounds pretty sweet. Player number two, who the heck are you and what the heck are you playing?
Hello, I am King, and I'm playing Beledros Witherbloom. The deck has one main goal, and that is to life swap you. Other than that, I'll just probably try and smash face with a few big creatures.
That sounds pretty neat. Hi, player three, that's me. My name's Morgan. I am playing Millicent. It is Spirit Tribal. I played this back on the Christmas special episode of our Commander gameplay series Upkeep. Go check that out if you haven't. Made a couple upgrades to it, but otherwise it's just I'm going to try to make a bunch of spirits and smack people and hope I don't die, and that's about it. Player number four, welcome. Who the heck are you and what the heck are you playing?
I'm Eiley. I am playing Aminatou the Fate Shifter. It is an Esper control deck that uses tons of ETB effects and a few Planeswalkers. It has a few infinite combos and, it's just kind of a really big note button.
I like note buttons. This sounds fun. All right. Without further ado, let's start off.
All right, everyone have a keepable hand?
Let's go.
All right, I'll start us off and draw for turn. Play a tapped Ketria Triumph and pass.
Okay, untap, upkeep, draw. Play a command tower and suspend a search for tomorrow.
Seems pretty good. I almost forgot that I need to try to remember to click on all the cards so the viewers can see what they are. All right, I will draw for turn. I will play the Temple of Enlightenment, enters the battlefield tapped, and I'll get to scry 1, and that will be the end of my turn. I am going to bottom that.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Pre-combat main phase. I am going to play an Island and...
Island.
I'm going to ponder. Looking at the top three. I'm going to put them back in said order and draw a card and pass.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I will play this command tower for land turn. Tap 2 for a Farseek. Then after Farseek, I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
And play tap and pass.
Untap, upkeep, remove the and draw. Play a swamp.
I would get an Aragon Triumph, by the way. And it'll be on the field tap.
And I will pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. I am going to play the Celestial Colonnade as my land for the turn. Enters the battlefield tapped, and if I get real desperate, I can reanimate it into a creature. And then for a white, I'm going to cast Chaplain of Alms. It's a 1/1 with first strike and ward 1. And if it's in my graveyard, I can flip it over to the backside for disturbed cost, and I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw, pre-combat main. I will play a Caves of Koilos, an Orzhov land. I will go ahead and tap it for a colorless to play Mana Vault.
Oh.
I thought my start was good.
I will
your start
pass
was good.
the turn.
Now, untap, upkeep, and draw. I will play a Island for land for turn. Tap out, tap all 4. Cast Aragorn.
Oh, he's a coming.
If there's no responses to Aragorn, I'll pass turn.
No, it's not going to be like last game where we kill him 4 times in a row.
I wanted to cry.
I mean, it's probably a good idea. That's just a high value target.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we were wrong to do that, but it was sad from his perspective.
because what happened was it was me and King versus Morgan before you got here. And King stabs me in the back and kills Aragorn.
After I'd already removed Aragorn, I think 3 times.
Yeah.
The search for tomorrow, so it's on the draw. Play another land. I'm going to play a Death Ritual. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, I may draw a card and pass.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Untap. Draw. Let's go ahead and go to combat. Swing my 1 at king. I think that's what I do.
Okay. Did you reset your life total after the game, or?
No, I didn't. Wow. My Whoa. Where'd that come from? Second main, play planes, and then we'll go for 3. I will cast the Emperor Eagle. It's a 2/3 with flying that says other creatures I control with flying get +1/+1. And I will pass.
So at the end step, I'll pay a blue and I will cast Opt. If I remember correctly. Yep. Scry 1, draw a card. Ooh, interesting. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Interesting is never something that the other players want to hear.
Command Tower.
Classic.
And then I will tap for 2 white, losing 1 and... Whoop, why am I doing that? 2 white and 3. Pinging myself with the Caves of Koilos. To cast a Dajiru with eyes wide open. It is a 4/3 with vigilance that when it ETBs, I can fetch a Planeswalker card. If a Planeswalker were to take damage, prevent 1 of that damage. So I'm gonna go get me a Planeswalker. We are going to go get possibly you. There.
I didn't think about the fact that blinking planeswalkers is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because then you can just use their abilities multiple times.
Yes.
I've had a couple people who are like, why would you want to exile your stuff? And then they see what I do with the planeswalkers. They're like,
yeah,
whoa.
blink effects are really strong in the format of Magic.
I will fetch Venser the Sageorner. With that, I will pass.
Untap upkeep draw. I will play a Path of Ancestry for land for turn that will enter tapped. So I'll tap that for red, white, colorless Casteoden, King of Rohan.
Oh, geez, that card is so dangerous.
Oh, I know.
Oh, boy.
You don't know the best
Let's
part?
go.
Aragorn triggers on the stack. I'm going to hit Morgan in the face for 3 red. Because of Aragorn, whenever I cast a red.
Yep.
I have another trigger because he's white as well. I'll make a 1/1 human soldier token. Théoden won't see that, sadly, because he's entering. But I am going to tap 1 to cast an Absence Pilgrim. Triggers on the stack. Théoden will see the Absence Pilgrim enter, so I'm going to give Aragorn double strike. And Aragorn will get +4/4. So he'll be a 9/9 with double strike.
Seems fair.
Wow.
Yeah, then I'll move to combat and I'll swing the 9/9 at Eiley since she is getting her system ready.
Sure, take 9.
That's 18 commander damage.
Wait. Oh, wait, that's
has
right.
double
It's got
strike.
double
Yeah,
strike.
double strike.
Yeah, that's why I was like giving you a
Because
chance
of,
to respond.
Theoden.
I'll be nice and let you like rethink that.
I just heard 9 and I was like, I'll take 9.
It's a 9/9 with double
18
strike.
commander damage is a little scarier, though.
That's a whole different problem. Sure. I don't really have much of a choice on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I will pass the turn.
On end step, the Death Ritual triggers. So I draw, and untap, upkeep, draw. Forest. Not a fan of this.
Really use a kill spell for either one of them.
If we pull in a kill spells, what needs to go first? Does Aragorn go first?
What artifacts and
Theoden go
enchantments
first.
are on the battlefield right now?
I have a
no
mana
artifacts
rock.
or enchantments.
I have none.
Frick.
A mana vault is the only one, I think.
She will get a lot of value off that mana ball.
Well,
But it's
not
not relevant
anymore. I got to
now.
figure out how to kill your creatures.
Ambition Path. I draw 3 and lose 3.
Seems good.
Yeah, Théoden and Aragorn are just busted in this deck.
I'm gonna move to end step and discard Shamanic Revelation. And I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, drop. Okay, I will play a Glacial Fortress as my land for the turn. Enters untapped because I control a plains. For 1, I will cast the Wayfarer's Bauble. And for 2, I'm just going to go ahead and tap and sacrifice it to go find a basic to put onto the battlefield tapped. I'll grab a island, Island. So Cody, I'm going to send 2 in the air at you. And Eiley, I'm going to send 1 on the ground at you.
You don't want to keep a blocker for that monstrosity over there?
I'm not that worried about it.
I'm gonna hear some
This
very
man
different
has the
words.
swords to plowshare or something.
He has one wide open.
And then I will
not surprise me.
And then I will pass.
I will untap, upkeep, draw step, trigger, lose 1. Jesus, this is not going well. I'm gonna go ahead and just play this Godless Shrine tapped and pass.
Anything before my untap, Morgan?
Nope.
I'll untap, upkeep, and go. Play a Rivendell for land for turn. Enters the battlefield tapped unless I control a legendary creature, which I control Aragorn and Theoden, both legendaries. I can tap 1 colorless and a blue to scry 2, activate it only if I control a legendary.
And Aragorn grew up in Rivendell, so flavor win.
Exactly. I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Knight of New Alara. Each other multicolored creature I control gets +1/1 for each of its colors.
Oh,
Gonna be over real quick.
Oh, wow.
So Theoden will get +2/2. Aragorn will get +4, and Aragorn triggers. Theoden trigger, I'll give Aragorn double strike, and I'll give him +4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on top of that, I'll make a token ETB. So that'll trigger Theoden again. I'll give Theoden himself double strike.
you better have the swords, my guy.
I mean, if he did, he should have done it.
He should have done it
Before
before.
he
Well,
cast
no. I mean, if I have a swords, I would wait until I knew he was coming at me or not, right?
Yes.
You know, let him help me take out my opponents. You know.
Exactly.
This is gonna roll out of hand very quickly. Sometimes the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Your friend.
This is true.
I'm gonna bring back PTSD for someone. Tap 3. Sword of Feast.
What?
Okay. I mean, it's just I'm gonna probably die anyways, but we're gonna negate that because that's too much.
No,
It's too much.
That's probably right. That's probably correct.
No, that is 100% correct. I
I'm
couldn't
probably gonna
equip it
die
this turn.
though, so
I couldn't equip it this turn, so I'm not gonna make an argument if it was good or not. So that will go in the bin. I do have a scry trigger, and I don't think it's a maze, so I believe that'll go back on top of the stack for whenever I casted the Knights of New Alara, and I definitely want that on top. And let's move to combat. Any responses before that?
I cry in fear. I don't know.
I'm surprised no one killed Aragorn.
oh,
I didn't think I was
trust
gonna get
me,
this far.
I 100% would have killed your entire board if I could have.
I know, and that's why Eileen's getting Theoden swung at her.
I don't care about my 2 puny creatures. If I had a board wipe, I would have used it.
Morgan, I'm gonna test you.
Okay.
Swing Aragorn your way. If you have the swords and you're bluffing, show it to me now.
All right. For a white, I'm going to not a swords, an ethereal haze. No one's ever seen this card before. This is prevent all damage that would be dealt by creatures this turn.
I knew he had something.
It doesn't help us, but I don't die.
It buys
so
us a
there is
turn.
that. Yeah,
Yes, it does buy a turn. Other than that, I will gladly pass my turn, and this will go back to a 9.
Board wipe, please.
All right, King. What you got?
What I got is failing, y'all.
I can't believe you've done this.
It's just like my elf deck. It snowballs.
The Shire will burn because of you.
I protect the Shire. How dare you?
Aragorn's lost.
Explore. I'm gonna play an additional land this turn. Draw a card.
I probably
Pay
should have swung at
one.
Eileen, but I wanted
Vampiric Rights.
to take the bait.
And I'm gonna pass. Okay. Let's do
This is
this.
pretty good.
I mean, everything in my hand costs way too much, and it's gonna cost me so much time. It's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
What a
that's fair.
mood.
I'm not trying to make this a quick game like episode 2.
You could have fooled me.
Play a Seachrome Coast. For a white, I will cast Kami of False Hope.
Is that another damage preventer?
Yep, it's a 1/1 that I can sacrifice to prevent combat damage for the turn.
This man is a
If I could do more, I would do more. All right, my 2 cards in hand are not that great.
Okay, well, look,
I can bring that back like 3 or 4 times.
As long as you can keep recycling that Kami, you're gonna buy us all the time we need.
Yes. If someone does anyone have Scheming Symmetry in their deck? They want to like give me Sun Titan or something. I am going to send 2 in the air at Cody again.
I would say I'm being bullied, but I deserve it this time. Last game I didn't.
Yeah. All right.
Last game I didn't. This time I do.
Untap.
I wish last game was the one that we filmed. I actually did more of that game.
I know. I'm doing a lot more this game, but I'm also just showing the power of the new Lord of the Rings set.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Hashtag not sponsored.
I know.
All right. Well, good thing you have the Kami out. I think this might work out in our favor.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Drowned Catacomb. It enters untapped.
Yep.
I need to get Shalai in here.
Double black and 3. Liliana Vess.
I will fight you. I will kill that thing.
Go ahead, kill it. I'm gonna use her -2 to tutor a card to the top of my library.
That's pretty good.
Fair, that is fair.
I mean, I assume you're finding something that answers Aragorn.
As long as I don't die, but
All
you
right.
got that Kami, so
Yeah.
I can keep that Kami coming.
It's dangerous.
I do have a couple ways in the deck that I can loop the Kami, but I don't have them right now. So I basically can only buy us the 1 turn.
That's
Morgan,
fine. That's all we need.
Now, isn't it? Where's my arch enemy deck?
All right, that's gonna go there, and I am going to pass the turn.
All right. Anything on my end step?
Nope.
Cards in hand, everyone.
4.
4.
5.
2.
4, 5, and 2. I'm at 2 as well, Morgan. So I will untap upkeep draw. Expanse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll tap 5 like that. Kindred summons naming humans.
That's an enchantment, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you answer it?
I can answer it.
So, Aragorn trigger on the stack. I will look at the top 2 cards of my library. So I'm gonna be attempting to move to combat now.
In response to moving to combat, I am going to Golgari Charm destroy the.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
That's a nice little card.
So Kindred's Discovery will die. I will move to combat. I will swing 13 over 8 King.
In response to Declaration of Combat, what a Declaration of Attackers, I am going to use Infuse with Vitality on the Kami. Until end of the next turn, target creature gains Death Touch, and when this creature would die, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
Oh, word. Okay. I will sacrifice the Kami. We will prevent the combat damage for the turn. And then when it dies, I will return it to the battlefield tapped under my control.
Yes.
And I gain the 2 life off of Infuse with Vitality.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. After combat damage, I will pass the turn.
Yeah, you have a morbid trigger.
Oh, right, yeah. Anything else, or?
No, you're good.
Okay, just reminding me of the morbid.
I have
that's
1 card in hand.
Okay. Jungle Hollow, gain 1. I'm going to tap out.
Seems sus.
And play Beledros.
Oh.
I will then pay 10.
Pay 10, untap your lands, right?
Yes.
Yep. Meaning that Jungle Hollow's untapping as well.
And that's what we call the combo.
That's what we call the greed.
What artifacts are out right now?
You should have let me hit him.
I still don't have any artifacts.
I have no artifacts.
Just one? Literally just one? Gosh dang it.
Quit
could
asking.
summon
Why are
to
you
be
being
off.
sus about asking about all these
Like
artifacts?
that's a
He hasn't
red player
naturalized.
question, not a green-black player question.
This is a
No, it's
green
a-
black player question now.
No, it's a Golgari question because the Nissa with Death Touch brings back artifacts. Green hates on artifacts the most, I would argue. Because
Debatable.
as
Yeah, it's
naturalized, like
green.
Frozen Grip,
One
like
green
as the
and
most
red.
single target.
return target
Artifacts.
card from my graveyard to my hand. But because I paid 3 green mana at least, return those cards to my hand instead. So, return target card from my graveyard to my hand and the other to the top of my library.
He's getting
Then exile it. But because I spent
vitality.
3 green, they're both going to my hand.
Nice.
Oh,
Interesting. That's a cool green card.
do I have to reveal and say which ones they
yes,
are?
because they are
Yes,
coming
because
from graveyard.
It's
Public
open
knowledge-
information.
knowledge.
Yep,
Graveyard.
it's infused with vitality and shamanic revelation.
Cool.
Yeah. Plus, it also uses the word target, so we're gonna know what you're doing.
Then going to pass. On Morgan's upkeep, I will get a pass.
Untap
Pass.
upkeep draw. Now I will play an island. 2, 3. For 5, cast. It costs 2 less to cast because I have 2 spirits in play. I will cast Millicent, 4/4 flyer. Whenever it or another non-token spirit I control dies or deals damage to a player, I create a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. Oh, this was a huge mistake. Because I don't know what you tutored, but if it was a board wipe, I just made a huge mistake. I should not have played on my commander.
I'm gonna make a guess on what you board wiped.
All right.
I can save Millicent, you're fine.
Oh, okay. We'll go to combat.
Think you need to though. Like you'd probably want to get that one that prevents combat damage instead of Millicent.
Yeah, that's fair actually though.
Yeah, so let
It
his
depends
commander
on.
die.
We'll see how we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm just gonna send 2 in the air at Cody.
Yeah. Well, like you have to remember, it is still a free for all.
Yeah.
So you have to think of what's best for you, not just what's the best way to take down one player.
And then when that deals damage to an opponent, Millicent will give me a spirit token, and I'll pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Trigger. Lose 1. Reveal. Terminus.
On your
Oh.
upkeep, I do get a pass. So.
Okay, so yeah, you'll get a pass. I'll reveal Terminus as the card I draw for the turn, and I'll pay 1 white to put all creatures on the bottom of their owner's libraries.
Damn.
Sure. I'll put Aragorn in the command zone.
I will and infuse with vitality Beledros and wait.
It is
can
not
I sack-
dying, by the way.
I know, but is there another thing I can sack it in response to, like when it would move? I can sack it in
Oh,
response?
that's right. You have that enchantment that lets you sack
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Do keep in mind if you sack it to the enchantment, it comes back before this resolves, and it'll be put to the command zone or the bottom of your library.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way you can time it out to where you get around it.
Well, if that's the case, I will just sack my pest in response then instead, because
Yeah, if you're gonna lose
if
them,
that's what's gonna happen, I'll gain 4 life and draw 2 cards. Then I'll just send Beledros to command zone.
All right, and then I can't stop it, so I will send Millicent to the command zone, and the token dies. It vanishes into the ether, and then these go to the bottom.
All right, the danger has been put away for the time being.
He has the mana to just recast it next turn. Well, I guess
right.
that would take up most of his turn, though. So I guess that does buy us smidgens of
okay.
time, kind of.
That was draw steps. So, pre-combat main phase, I will play my land for the turn. Pay Esper to cast Aminatou.
I will respond.
I'll use her -1 to flicker a permanent. My target will be the Mana Vault.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it'll come away untapped. I will pay a white and a blue, ping myself, and 3 to cast Venser the Sage Orner.
This is why you don't leave her unchecked.
Dude, you were the problem and you know it.
I wasn't arguing that. Someone has to keep you in line.
I would have tried knocking out Liliana on my turn, but I kind of thought that
You want to
I
kill
think I could have
Aminatou.
only done 2 damage to it, and then I thought she was gonna cast Aminatou, flicker it, and then we would have just been right back to where we were, so I didn't bother. But
No, what you want to do is she's gonna keep flickering Aminatou and Venser. It's infinite on her turn if she.
I see
if we
that.
get
No,
back to her
no,
turn.
it's not, because this comes back at the end of turn. So
Ooh,
I'm
that
gonna
is
use
true.
+2 to flicker away the mana vault, and then I'm going to use -2 to tutor for a card and put it on top of my library. Which one do I want the
In response, I'll try more of a advanced nerd. I'm just getting a land to make it faster.
I am gonna want that one. After that, all planeswalkers have been used, and I will pass Slay turn. Going to my end step, the mana vault comes back untapped.
Pretty good.
All right, I will untap Upkeep and draw. I will play a forest for land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Recast Aragorn.
Bam.
I will get a Scry trigger. I think I'll actually keep that there and keep that at the top. Then that is all I can do, and I'll pass turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. What artifacts are out or enchantments other than my own?
It's still just
Still-
the one.
Still just the
Mana
one. Still
Vault.
just the mana vault.
But she's
Yes,
gonna get a lot of
this
value off this
Seer.
mana vault, off of that mana vault.
He's not wrong.
You should
Sack
get rid
a
of it
creature, scry
now
one.
because it.
Yeah, if you can get rid of the mana vault, you probably should, just because she's gonna be able to keep flickering it.
Yeah,
Phyrexian Arena.
Oh, that's a good one.
like I'm now willing to make the argument. Eileen's a lot scarier than I am. I only have one card in hand.
He's not not wrong.
I know. I'm like I've been working on politicking. So if we
I'm
can
gonna
deal
pass
with
Infestation.
Hey, there we go.
The mana vault.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll create a pest.
you don't
Oh.
get it, Eileen.
Yeah, King
Come
gets
in.
them.
So
So
I
you
get
get
two.
2 pests. Man,
Yes.
what a jerk.
Yeah, like getting rid of that now is pretty ideal.
I will
We have to be
pass.
careful. I'm just glad this deck doesn't have red. Because then she would play Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, and that's just too scary.
I mean, this deck started out as the Atraxa deck, my Atraxa Planeswalker deck.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds
Left
pretty good.
Atraxa.
Yeah, and then I was like, I want to do something different with Atraxa, and then I just made Aminatou the commander instead.
I want to pass.
Yeah. What you can do though is
Oh,
like add
God.
red and have Nicol
That's-
Bolas go infinite with Aminatou.
That literally screams Cyclonic Rift or something.
Not a Psych Rift.
Where's it, hand, Morgan?
Untap, upkeep, draw
Part of
step.
it's that I don't have that much I could have done on my turn anyways.
Morgan, where's
Uh,
your hand if you don't mind me asking?
3.
I'm going to +1 King, discard a card.
So do Kamal's Druidic Vow.
Okay. I'm going to 5 Azorius and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oath of Teferi.
Okay. In response.
Yeah, I figured.
For 5, I'm going
That's
to
it.
Mystic Confluence. Choose 3. I will counter target spell unless you pay 3, which you can't,
Mm-hmm.
right? You just have the 1. All right.
Yep.
And then the other 2 modes.
Morgan, if I can talk you into not bouncing Aragorn so I can kill her planeswalkers. Because they're at 3 loyalty.
That's actually what
and
you're
these
gonna.
are
That's
5.
actually what you're gonna do with them.
Yes.
All right, fine. I'll just choose draw a card twice.
Yeah, like I figured you were gonna target him because he's a good target, and then I'm not gonna blame you there. But I'm trying to deal with the threat in Mordor, which is below me right now.
I will use a -1 to flicker Liliana.
Scary.
I will -2 Liliana. Tutor for a card to the top of my library.
So we're now at that point where if we can swing at her, we absolutely should.
I'm not gonna have any other instant speed responses. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
That'll go there. I will then +2, exiling Liliana.
Really?
Yeah.
Not who I thought you would have chosen.
I mean, if you cast a singular red spell, this is going to die regardless.
I can't
and this
target,
is the cheapest.
I can't target any other targets. It's only players.
It only says players.
Yeah.
3 down. Oh, target opponent. It does. Well, she's a 2. How many pests do you have, King?
2.
I don't think it really matters. They're probably both going to die regardless.
You're 100% right on that.
Yeah, I'm going to still exile Liliana. Go
fine.
to end step. She returns back at 5. And I pass.
All right, I will untap up. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Renine, Angel of Rebirth. I will have 3 triggers on the stack of that.
My gosh.
She is red, green, and white. Other multicolored creatures I control get +1/+0. So Aragorn is now a 6/5. Aragorn triggers on the stack. I'll deal 3 to Eileen's face. I will give Aragorn +4. So he'll be at 10. He'll be at 10/9. And I'm going to make a 1/1 human soldier token. Then I'm going to tap 3 and cast the Crown of Gondor. Equipped creature gets +1/1 for each creature I control whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under my control. If there is no monarch, then I become the monarch. And equip is 4, but if I'm the monarch, it's 1.
That's pretty cool.
Thought it was pretty flavorful with who I'm playing as. Move to combat. Swing Aragorn at Liliana.
Sure.
Yeah, Liliana's having you tutor too many cards, and it's just too much.
Yeah, I think that was probably the right choice.
I was thinking about it, like the whole turn rotation. Now, if King doesn't blow up my stuff like he did last time, good.
No promises.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes me worried. Then I'll pass the turn after that, and I have no cards in hand.
On upkeep, I'll lose a life and draw a card from Phyrexian Arena.
God.
Harmonize, draw 3.
Classic.
Wow.
King, you should swing at Venser before she can blink Aminatou with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can just kill Aminatou.
Well, you'll just recast it.
Never wrong.
Yeah.
Which one do I need to hit?
Go ahead, Venser.
Venser, because she'll get that emblem.
I'll do 3 at Venser.
Then Morgan, I can probably kill that on my turn.
I can get most of the way there.
Well, like, you don't have any creatures unless you have something with haste.
In that case, I'll pass.
All right. On your
Cards in
end
hand,
step,
King. You made me worried now.
for blue and 1, I'm going to flash in Rattle Chains. It's a 2/1 with flash and flying. Enters the battlefield. Target spirit gains hexproof until end of turn. Whatever. And then you may cast spirit spells as though they had flash. Draw for turn. Okay, so for 2, I'm going to cast Supreme Phantom. It's a 1/3 flyer that says other spirits I control get +1/+1. We will go to combat, and I will do another 3 damage to Venser. And then I think I'm going to pass.
On tap, upkeep, draw step, pre-combat main phase. Cards in hand.
0.
3.
7.
Must be nice.
I really don't like the Azorius deck. It's not cool, man. Not cool.
I'm just trying to play some dorky creatures.
Morgan, you said you had 2 cards in hand?
I have 3.
3. It's probably, I don't know, man. I don't like it. Well, game's got to end eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Full send.
Recurring Insight targeting King. This card says draw cards equal to the number of cards in target opponent's hand, and it has rebound, meaning as it resolves, I can exile it, and at the beginning of my next upkeep, I can cast it for free.
Only if all done.
Unfortunately,
I have 2 cards in hand.
Me looking at the blue player over there.
Unfortunately, I can't stop that.
Yes, I will draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will play Temple of Silence as my land for turn. I will scry 1. I do want it though. I will keep that there. A +1 Aminatou, draw a card, put 1 back on top. Don't think it really matters. I am going to +2 exile. I'm going to exile the temple. Go to end step, trigger, return the temple, scry 1, and put that on bottom.
Synergies.
Passing the turn.
So I will untap, upkeep, and before I move to my draw, I'll tap 2 and tap Rivendell to scry 2
That's pretty good.
before I draw. Those aren't bad, but not what I need. So bottom. Draw for the turn. 1, 2, 3. For Kodama's Reach. Aragorn trigger, he'll get 4+1 counters.
Just plus 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not counters. That would be way too good.
Yeah, that would be
so good. Yeah,
it's just +4/4. Oh yeah, I'll get 2 lands from Kodama's Reach, 1 on battlefield, 1 in my hand, but I haven't played land for turn, so I'm just gonna bring them both out. So I'm gonna get a Plains and another island. Puts me off 1 mana of what I wanted to do, but that's fine.
It's always if we only had 1 more mana.
It really is.
Yeah,
literally.
I thought the scry trigger was gonna like help me a lot more than it did, but it didn't.
1 more mana. The true enemy of commander games.
Actually,
I will move to combat. Swing the angel at Spencer. Choose a 5/4, and I'll swing 10 at Eily's.
That was just uncalled for.
I'm not doing
Aragorn.
I'll pass her.
10.
Okay.
What?
On your end step, I will sack a pass. Try 1. Bottom it. And then, because it's on your end step, Death Reap Ritual won't. On upkeep, I will lose 1 and draw from Phyrexian Arena. Then I will draw for turn. 2. Sack the pest, gain 1. Draw.
King?
Huh?
Is there a way for you to play out your entire hand almost, or no?
I was a little close, but not quite.
If you can play as many cards as you can, that'll prevent her from drawing. Like
I can
at least as many. I mean,
I can give you a lot of mana.
Equals the number of cards on target opponent's hand.
I could use a little bit of mana.
I can do.
Heartbeat of Spring.
Let me read.
Oh, that's nice.
Dictative Camretra, whatever her name is. So,
wow, that's a lot of mana.
So every land now taps for
3.
Triple.
Does Dictative Parametra say just everyone, or? Oh my god. Oh man.
Our lands tap for 3.
Cards in hand after that, King.
8.
How?
Stop drawing cards right now. I know it's good, but it's gonna kill us.
You're not wrong.
You just gave me triple mana.
I think that's almost worse.
I'm hoping Morgan can do something with it. That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, okay.
I will pass and I will discard Gaze of Granite.
Okay.
The reason I was asking is because she has that rebound spell where she's going to choose you again to draw 7 more. Now she has triple mana.
On your end step, I'm going to casually tap for 9 mana with 3 lands.
Nice.
To flash in, because the Rattle Chains lets me cast spirits as though they had flash. I'm going to cast Oyobi, who split the heavens, 3/6 flyer. Whenever I cast a spirit, I create a 3/3 spirit token with flying.
Can you get Millicent out now, or are you still waiting?
I'm trying to see if I'm trying to do the math real quick. So I still have 2 floating, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can recast her. So we'll go ahead and do that.
King,
Yes.
is the Niv's disc that is untapped, correct?
That is, sorry, yeah, that should be untapped.
You should hold that until like something really bad happens.
I was actually thinking about playing it all and then
Untap
immediately
upkeep
Niv's
draw.
disking. I was thinking about it.
No, you hold that until like terrible happens.
Yeah.
Then you're like, and response Niv's disc.
All right, let's go to combat.
I was hoping Morgan had lethal if I did this.
Not quite lethal.
No, I'll be the closest to getting lethal on her.
All right, so
if I could add the Crown of Gondor on, I probably would have most likely had lethal.
So everything that I have can attack right now. So, and they get +1/+1 from the Supreme Phantom, other than itself. It doesn't count itself. So I can do 17 damage.
It's not enough. Cards in hand. Are you out of cards?
Enough. I have 3 cards in hand. None of them add more damage to that number.
Are they counter spells?
No.
Doubt it.
Dang it.
Doubt it. They're probably just like value engines, if I had to guess.
Well, if I had a way to draw more cards or something, I would do it.
Not even like that. I meant like token making.
Oh yeah, that's true. So let's go ahead and I'm going to send Rattle Chains at Aminatou. I'm trying to decide how I wanted to. What? Because we take her out and then Aragorn just stomps the table.
False. There's a Niv disc out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we're just gonna send the other 14 I have at Eiley.
Sure.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
I am scared she has game right now.
Untap, upkeep cards in hand.
3.
7.
All right, King. Thanks for 14 cards. You have been a very big help.
That's the only thing I can hope for.
3, 4, 5, 6,
We tried,
7.
Morgan. We tried.
All lands.
Oh no, she's gonna get gas. She tutored too many times.
Draw step. Draw my card. Resolve. Underground River. So I'm gonna produce. These both tap for colorless. So let's make 6.
I use that app too.
And
I really do. I use it for my Cody deck because my mana is so absurd in that thing.
What is the name of this app? I should get for my Ramos deck.
Called Life Tap.
Yep.
Life Tap.
Yeah. So I'm gonna spend 1 and all of the colorless. I'm going to Spine of Vishshaw. When it enters the battlefield, I can destroy target permanent. I'm going to destroy the Niv's disc.
Ooh.
Well, you don't even have open mana, do you?
I know, I don't.
All right. I will tap for 6 blue, 3 more white. So I'll use 1, 2, 3, 4. Panharmonicon.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Teferi, Temporal Archmage.
Oh boy.
Teferi, I think it is.
It's the one that untaps permanents.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to -1 to untap 4 lands. 1, 2.
Wow.
3, 4. 3 blue, 3 black. 6, 7. It cost me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Aminatou. I will then spend or tap for 3 white. I'll use 1, 2, 3, 4 to cast Felidar Guardian.
Oh no.
If Felidar Guardian resolves, I will produce an infinite loop. I'll demonstrate it before letting this resolve. So I -1 Aminatou to flicker the Felidar Guardian. I can, when it ETBs, I flicker 2 permanents because of Panharmonicon. I can pick any land and Aminatou, or Planeswalker and Aminatou, and rinse and repeat. So with that, if that resolves, I will use the loop to repeatedly flicker Spine of Ishal, destroying all of your permanents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that hits
I
lands
blame
too.
King on this.
But at a certain point, they destroy. Wait, it's permanent, so even
Yeah,
lands.
it hits
Permanent,
lands
so
too.
she hits everything.
Okay, I have no way to draw cards. I have no way to.
This is a permanent lockout of the game.
I could go through all of the effort to go get the thing that's actually going to kill you if you want me to, but I think destroying all of your permanents is a pretty good spot to call it end game.
In response, for 3, I'm going to flash in Catilda, Dawnheart Martyr. Flying, lifelink protection from vampires, power and toughness is equal to the number of permanents I control that are spirits or enchantments. And then for another casual 3 mana, I'm going to flash in Guardian of Faith. 3/2 with vigilance, and enters the battlefield. I can phase out any other target creatures I control. So I'm going to just phase out my creatures so that hopefully, I don't know, maybe you have a way to just win and not just blow everything up.
I do, but
okay.
If to go through the effort, instead of flickering this, I will flicker to Fairy, repeatedly use his +1 until I find one particular card.
Okay.
So I have to do it 2 at a time.
Yep.
Oh, he was right there.
Should have killed you when I had the chance.
This goes on bottom. So again, this also produces infinite mana, so my lands will be untapped. I will use my mana to cast Sorin, Grim Nemesis. This is +1, reveal a top card of my library. Each opponent loses life equal to its CMC.
But wait, at a certain point to start blinking him, wouldn't you have to stop the loop?
No.
Nope.
Because this has double ETB, so it flickers 1 of any permanent of my choice and Aminatou.
Because remember, there's the Panharmonicon.
Panharmonicon is what enables it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do 4, 6, 8. Oh my God. 14. 19.
Yep.
23. 26. 32. And that should be
I'm at 2 life.
37.
Yeah, that's game.
GG. I thought I was being so sneaky holding up this Guardian of Faith. I thought I was so sneaky.
I knew
thinking I was going to get out of this.
I didn't have any
You should
better.
not have given me triple mana.
Yeah,
that's why I said
didn't
it's
have
worse.
anything better. I didn't know if like
I knew she would have won off of it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well, guys, thanks for hopping on and playing this game. We got to see some cool decks. Just real brief, is there anything in anyone's deck that they feel like they didn't get to show off, or does everyone kind of feel like their deck kind of got to do their thing?
I feel like you saw what my deck does. It did it pretty early game, which scared everyone and kind of turned everyone against me for a while. Then the true archenemy showed her face.
Don't call names like that.
For me, it's Overrun and Profane Transfusion. 2 target players exchange life totals. You create X color for X. The difference between those players' life totals.
Yep.
Oh, this deck usually wants to wait until 2 other players are dead, until it's like it's 1v1 situation, and then Overrun and Profane Transfusion.
Right. And I mean, your life total is just going to be fairly low anyways if you're untapping your lands with
Beledros. Yeah,
so,
this deck doesn't care about my life total. It wants to get low in the first place. The other way I can do it repeatedly is with a card called Soul Conduit.
Oh, yes. I have Soul Conduit in my life swap deck as well. I have Profane Transfusion in there too. It's cool tech, cool janky stuff. That's silly. Well, thanks for watching this game. If you would like to be a part of this show at any point, make sure to hop in our Discord. You can get in that by joining us on Patreon. We're talking Magic all the time, sharing deck lists and talking about new sets and all that Jimmy jazz. And yeah, you can get your deck or yourself in this series. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, share with a friend, subscribe, all the stuff you're supposed to do to help YouTubers. I don't know. There's probably other things. There's probably other buttons and the button and all that. I don't know. It's hard to keep track these days. But thanks, and we will see you guys next time.